All right. Good evening, Kickstarter Live. Good evening, Facebook Live. God bless you, Cooper. Welcome to Cheryl's house. Thank you, Cheryl.
You're welcome.
First and foremost, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy Hanukkah. Like I said last night when we were live on the first night of Hanukkah, since 1900, the year 1900, this is the fourth time that Christmas and the first night of Hanukkah have coincided. And obviously, now we get to enjoy Christmas Day along with Hanukkah night number 2. So there's a lot of magic in the air. And I think that holiday magic is one of the reasons why we have, just 6 days through the Spinagogue Kickstarter campaign, have reached $10,000. Yeah. Like I said, the holiday magic has a lot to do with it, but really it's the magic of our beautiful backers out there that have got us now well over 50% funded. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are all feeling super great. A lot of unbelievable momentum going on. So let's take care of business before we discuss some Major League Dreidel history and some spinology, and before we have a little mini MLD tournament here. Let's take care of some very important business and light the beer can menorah here that we have in front of us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Amen. Woo! Night number 2 is official. Yes. All right. So, man, that feels so great. So
It's really
great.
nice.
So
it's
great.
Really nice.
It's Christmas, it's Hanukkah, and we're 6 days through, already surpassed $10,000. And right now we're going to get to some Major League Dreidel discussion. Last night we spoke about traditional Dreidel, the origins of the game, and how you play the traditional game of chance. Obviously, the Spinagogue would not be here if it wasn't for traditional Dreidel gameplay. So we respect that game very much. However, Major League Dreidel's mission statement really is to bring Dreidel into the modern day and put a fresh spin on the game. And the way that MLD specifically does that is that it puts the emphasis not on the chance of what the Dreidel will land on, but actually puts the emphasis on the actual spinning of the Dreidel. How long can a spinner keep the Dreidel spinning inside the Spinagogue, right, as the spinning surface gets smaller and smaller? It's all about the skill of spinning a Dreidel, which a lot of people before Major League Dreidel began, you just didn't think about it. You just spun a Dreidel randomly because it wasn't about the spin itself. The dog is tangled up in the microphone here.
Every time. Just pull it up under it.
Okay, we're good?
Yeah.
All right.
Classic.
So Major League Dreidel is about the spin of the Dreidel, not the probability of what it's going to land on. And so it does take a lot of finesse, a lot of grace, a lot of power, a lot of chutzpah, definitely, Cheryl. And so people ask me, they're confused. They're like, I don't understand. How is it a skill? You say that Major League Dreidel is kind of like a sport. The only difference is the athletes get paid in chocolate money. And it is like a sport, because if you can picture for a moment, a big music venue with hundreds of people there, and just, for instance, me and Gabe, going face to face, fingertip to fingertip in the Spinagogue. He just spun a 13.5, which I have to beat, and the spin zone walls are closing in on me. I got sweaty fingertips. My heart is beating fast, and it is a fragile, delicate maneuver. And if you just one little wrong twitch of your fingertips, one little slip, right, it's going to hit that wall and it's going to die quickly. So it is a challenge. And so right now, what I'd like to do is go over a quick term with you, a couple terms. One, I have them right here in this game book. You get a game book along with the Spinagogue that goes into great detail about all the games and Major League Dreidel. There are 4 phases to a dreidel spin, and we came up with these after many years of playing Major League Dreidel because we needed some terminology to talk about the game. The first phase of a dreidel spin is the release, when the dreidel is discharged from the spinner's fingertips. The next phase is the orbit, which is when the dreidel is spinning at its peak speed, tightness, and control. Now, a great spinner has a very long orbit. It's probably the most important part of the 4 phases of a spin. But the orbit gives birth to the wobbles, the third phase of a dreidel spin. And the wobbles are probably the most fun part of a dreidel spin. And I've seen Major League Dreidel tournaments where people come with signs that say wobbles, wobbles, wobbles. And the wobbles is when the orbit starts to die down and the dreidel loses velocity and speed and tightness, and it begins to, in fact, wobble. Now, it's an important part of a spin, and usually a spinner with a long orbit has a long wobbles, but sometimes the orbit might not be as long as you want, but if you can have a long wobbles and stay away from those spin zone walls, you can end up with a pretty respectable TOS. That's a time of spin. And then the 4th phase of a dreidel spin is the finish, and that's when the dreidel comes to a complete rest on its side. So with that said, those are the 4 phases. There's many more terms. There's more spinology, which you can read in the MLD Spinagogue game book. But let's get right to the tournament here. You can see that the dreidel here is green, and there are 6 dreidels now around the Spinagogue, all a different color. But for Major League Dreidel, we use a very special magical golden dreidel, which I have here. I keep them in humidor to make sure that that everything is regulated. Yeah, and yeah. Don't look too closely, Coop. Yeah. You want some glasses? Put your sunglasses on. So this is a Major League Dreidel sanctioned dreidel. It's gold, as you can see, and we just announced yesterday our first stretch goal. If we can get to 36,000 double high, we will include an official gold sanctioned Major League Dreidel with every Spinagogue game. How's that, guys? Yeah. So these are used in official Major League Dreidel tournaments, and we're going to use one here tonight. Not just anyone. This was used in 2008, I believe. Spincredible Hulk spun against Spincent Van Gogh with this very dreidel here. Tonight, though, we are going to, as we do in MLD sanctioned play, I will break the seal on a dreidel that's never been spun before. Yes. No human fingertips have ever touched this dreidel until right now. Okay, so we're going to start in, as you can see, we're going to start in spin zone 2. We're going to do a final 4 spinning showdown here right now. So I'm going to put in spin zone 2.
All right.
And we're going to have Cheryl versus Aaron up first, followed by Mel and Gabe. And then the winner of that will head to the championship match. And if you win, you will win Geltosaurus. But everybody wins. Because we're going to end tonight's live streaming with a sing-along. So please sit back, relax, enjoy this Major League Dreidel match, and then join in wherever you are out there with this very special song that I think you know the lyrics to. Cooper will be my spin or no spin man in the corner here.
Spin man.
The way this works is Cheryl is up first in spin zone 2. She will spin. I will keep time of her spin on the MLD spinometer, and I will explain to her what her time of spin, her TOS is. She has the option to either spin, which means keep that time, or no spin, which means she passes on that time, which means she's throwing that away. It's never to be found again. She says no spin, that spin is gone, and she has one more shot at it, regardless if that second spin is lower than her initial spin, all right? So here we go. Cheryl's off. Okay, here's the orbit. Oh, early wobbles, though, Cheryl. Early wobbles, but it's wobbling right in the heart of the spin zone. 8.13. Spin. or no spin? 8.13.
I'm gonna spin.
She's spinning with 8.13. All right, Aaron. You gotta be at 8.13.
Go, Aaron.
Okay, that was a 0.92. That is an automatic no spin. You have one more shot.
9 seconds, Aaron.
Got to be at an 8.13. Wobbles. 2.37. Not bad. All right, Cheryl takes the first one. All right, Aaron, you're up again. Get it, bud. 0.44. Spin or no spin? No spin for Aaron.
There you go. No spin.
0.88. All right, Cheryl. Good job. All right, Cheryl, you got to beat a 0.88. Oh, very clean release. Tight orbit in the middle of the zone. Here come the wobbles. Boom. 9.69. Yeah. All right, shake on it, guys. Great match. Cheryl is moving on. Shakes and snugs. So as you can see, it's pretty hard. You know, neither spinner there got a 10 plus, and I'd say in the game book that a hobbyist, an amateur, is right around 10 seconds. You know, and then from there, anywhere between 10 and 13 seconds is very good. And then 13 plus is pro, and then really 15, 16, you're talking about legend status if you can pull that off in a sanctioned match. All right, Gabe, Mel, you guys are up. Gabe, you're spinning first.
Should we scooch?
No, we're good here.
All right.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Sometimes you can hear the dreidel spinning on the surface of the Spinagogue.
Really subtle.
Here come the wobbles.
It's gonna be tough to beat.
That's very nice, Gaby. Our first spin over 10 seconds tonight. 11.87. Spin or no spin?
Spin.
He's spinning with an 11.87, and why would you not? Very good spin, Gabe. All right, Mel, 11.87.
Ooh, Melanosaurus Rex.
All right, I'm going to have to apologize. That was a spinometer malfunction on the referee. I came in late. I was looking at the eggnog, and I was
And no one blames you.
I was thinking about grabbing a quick sip. I was a little parched, and I missed the beginning of that spin. But this is Major League Dreidel, and there are rules for that. That was a spinometer malfunction. You get a respin. 11.87 is the TOS to beat. Here come the wobbles.
Solid.
Wobbling in the heart of the zone again. 6.94.
All right, Mel, it's good.
Did you mention
It's
a
good.
pinky spin?
That's an automatic no spin, yes. And if you could, before you spin, can you show the folks at home how you hold the dreidel? Wow, she spins with her pinky and and her thumb. Her pinky and her thumb. I've never seen this before.
It's a singularity. It's so good.
It's incredible, and just like a batter's stance, you know, in the batter's box, you know, or like a golfer's weird hitch in their swing, what have you. Every spinner has their own inimitable style, and you're the first pinky spinner I've ever seen. Yeah.
Ever seen.
Okay, 11.87 pinky spinner. That's beautiful. Here, the wobbles came in early. 6.68. Gabe takes number one.
All right, thanks.
All right, Mel, you're up.
Get a girl.
Here come the wobbles. 5.47. Spin or no spin? No spin. She knows what Gabe's capable of. Smart decision. Oh, man. And that's called a wall out or a kiss of death. And that's when you hit the wall and the dreidel is terminally affected. You can kiss the wall, which is a ginger little touch. You can smooch the wall, where the dreidel is impacted a little bit more. A ricochet, however, is when you hit the spin zone wall and it actually helps you. You hit it at the right angle and speed that it ricochets back into the heart of the zone, and you actually pick up more tightness on your orbit. But that was a kiss of death, and I'm sorry for you on that one. But Gabe, you got to beat a 0.58.
Orbit. It's tightened up in the middle, though. And
you stay away from those zone walls.
Wobble, baby. Wobble, wobble.
Another one over 10 for Gabe. 10.16. He's moving on. All right. So in Major League Dreidel, as you know, as rounds progress, the spinning conditions, I like to say, become more arduous, and the stakes are also higher. So in with spin zone 3.
Oh, this is me, Gabe.
And let me see if I can tilt this up a little bit here. Can you see that at home, how tight and cramped those quarters are? And they're about to spin in that right now in the championship match here on Hanukkah Night 2. Live from Cheryl's house.
Live from Cheryl's house.
All right, Gabe, you go first because it's Cheryl's home. She'll have the honor of going second here, which does give a spinner an edge. Right in the middle, but he took a lot off of it because of the smaller zone. You can clearly see that. 5.94 spin.
No spin.
Spin, no spin.
No spin.
He's going no spin. 5.94 is off the board. Early kiss.
Flirtation.
Yeah, and that is called flirting. That is called flirting. When a dreidel gets close to the wall, it's called flirting with the wall.
Okay.
And here come the wobbles. That is a great spin in spin zone 3. Oh, man.
12.
Woo,
12
baby.
and a half.
13.41. Cheryl, 13.41.
That's pro, right? I get to go pro with that?
anything 13 plus in spin zone 3 is very hard to beat. But again, we're at Cheryl's house. We're not at a massive rock club.
Doesn't mean anything.
You know.
I'm getting pretty tight.
Ooh, wow.
Too
That
early.
was close to the wall, but just recovered enough. Okay, that's a 7.68. That's an automatic no spin.
No spin.
All right, Cheryl. 13.51 is the score to beat. Right? Oh, wow.
I feel it. I feel the pressure.
1-0 Gabe. 1-0 Gabe.
Is this best 2 out of 3? Or?
Best 2 out of 3.
So does she go first now?
Yes. Cheryl, you're up again. Remember, the winner gets to walk out of here with Geltosaurus.
It matches my house.
Mhm.
My house is that color.
It'll match my house.
Perfect. That's great.
Oh
No,
my God!
come on.
Wow!
No, I just dropped it.
Wow! There's not no time went by.
Is there a term for that?
Yeah.
Cheryl.
That's officially a Cheryl.
Nothing. She spun it, but she just
dropped
dropped
it
it in the middle. Okay, come on. You got to charge and wind up those fingertips and explode. There we go.
No.
Super wobbles. 4.59. 4.59. Hang on. 4.59 is the score to beat. If you're keeping score at home, it's 1-0 Gabe here in the championship match, live from Cheryl's house, Hanukkah Night 2. And we're playing in the Spinagogue, the first ever dreidel spinning stadium. And this is for all the gelt right here, Gaby. You got to beat a 4.59. Here we go, people. Oh, man. Cool as a cucumber on Christmas. That orbit is tight. He just stays away from the zone walls.
It's so
wobbling right in the heart of the zone. That's incredible. Before I even look at the time, I just want to say.
Is that a spinner or no spin? No.
Well, before I say the time, I just want to say that when you spin in the third zone, very rarely under real competitive conditions can a spinner not touch the wall. That is really, really difficult to do because you have a lot of emotions going through your body. It's intense, and like hitting that big foul shot to win, you're just a little bit nervous. You're going to be short or left or right. That is very impressive, Gabe. And that was your winning spin of 13.13 seconds.
Are you serious?
Geltosaurus.
Geltosaurus.
Geltosaurus is yours.
All right, so Gabe is the Hanukkah Night 2 Major League Dreidel champion. Tomorrow we're going to play another game that comes with the Spinagogue. I think we're going to do spinnings tomorrow. Dreidel baseball. And right now, Coop, if you would. Yeah, man.
Are we swapping? We're good.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to, oh boy. Check one. Do you remember it? Yes. Okay, so we're going to sing the dreidel song together here and wherever you might be on this Christmas evening,
Merry Christmas.
Hanukkah night 2 evening. Please sing along with us. You remember it? I have a little dreidel. I made it out of clay. Little dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, I'll dreidel like a play. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, I'll dreidel like a play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when my dreidel tired, it drops and then I'll win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, the dreidel I will play. We wrote a brand new verse to the dreidel song. We're going to unveil it here tonight. The backers, they already know it because we sent out a very special video message to our backers who I'm hoping you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope you guys are working at home on what I'm talking about. But we did write a brand new dreidel song verse, and it goes a little something like this. Spinagogue is awesome, like rockets made by mom. The gift that keeps on spinning at backdustspin.com. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. You gotta have faith, baby. You knew all the yesterday. Can't help but think of yesterday. There's a lot of things about me down, money down, but all the long and ocean before you throw my heart back on the floor. Oh, baby, now you gotta reconsider that foolish notion.
Take the strong man, baby.
And I wait for something more, cause you gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Woo! Oh, hey,
George Michael.
Speaking of faith,
Sorry.
speaking of faith,
Sorry we did that to your song.
speaking of faith, it's Hanukkah, it's Christmas. What a great time for that song. And yes, George Michael passed away 2006. Very unfortunate year for talented people.
2016.
16.
What did I say?
2006.
That's right. Plus 10.
Man.
When Major League Dreidel was created.
That's right.
That was a bad year too.
2016. Yeah, we lost a lot of great, inspiring people, and George Michael's one of them, and that was nice, guys.
Yeah.
I
respect it.
Yeah, have a great rest of your Christmas night and your second night of Hanukkah tonight, and 9 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. We will be back from some other person's house, maybe Cheryl's. Anyway, hey, always green, always green, always green, always green, always green,
Always orange.
always green, always green. Come on.
Got it.
Yay! Good night, everybody.
Bye.